welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya. Yeah, the tease in my life, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
All right, give it a stretch. Oh, that's good. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good. Welcome back. Hopefully that last work session was a productive one for you. For me, kind of, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm totally done with all the post-radio show promo stuff, so that's good. And I'm setting up my thing so I can try and get this stuff deployed. So hopefully in this next work session, I'll have my answer if this thing that I've been working on will be able to be deployed as easy as possible to different hosting with just the one set of code. So we'll see. The whole thing, like the whole issue is the way environment variables are being pulled, because some places they do them differently, right? And so I think using this, I'm using Astro, and they have this thing called API endpoints now, Astro endpoints. And I think with the adapters, it will then pull, it will recognize, like, oh, you're using an environment variable. Well, this platform gets it this way. So I think that's what the adapters will do, I think. So that's what I'm going to do. Otherwise, I have to write a whole bunch of code and try and figure that out myself. But hopefully, fingers crossed, it will just work out of the box. All right, cool. So speaking just working out of the box, random tangent, I want to talk about some new stuff that's come to the web. And so because the more the web can like support, the less random stuff I need to do to try and make it work. So, yeah. So I'm going to post a link to this blog post from web.dev. So I want to talk about it. And then I don't remember if we spoke about this other option, this feature that's now across like all the major browsers, but I'm going to talk about that here also. So add this link, save the link. Cool. This one. All right. So what I'm talking about is from this blog post, web.dev. Shouts to Rachel Andrew for writing it. And yeah, so new to the web platform in September. So since it's just starting to be October, they wrote this on the 3rd. I saw they had, I think it's towards the bottom. They wrote this on the 30th September. So new stuff. All right. So discover some of the interesting features that have landed in stable and beta web browsers during September 2024. Cool. So yeah, in September 2024, Firefox 130, Safari 18, and Chrome 129 became stable. The post looks at the new features added to the web platform. All right, so the one I want to talk about is this first one, the exclusive accordions with the name attribute for details. I am pretty sure we spoke about this before, but I don't think it was supported across the board. Because you see here, yeah, so it looks like it just became supported in, oh yeah, Firefox 130 supports the name attribute of the details element. This groups detail elements where only one element within a group can be open at a time. This lets you create an exclusive accordion without using JavaScript. So I'm going to show an example of that, but previously before, like let's say you have like a frequently asked section on your website, and you only wanted one question to be open at a time. Previously, you'd have to like get reference to all the different elements, right? And then when one was clicked, you'd have to go through using JavaScript, go through all those references, and the one that wasn't the one that was clicked, close all the other ones just in case if they happen to be open. You know what I mean? And so it's kind of like a lot, but now with just adding the name attribute to your details, does all that for you. You don't need JavaScript to do it anymore. So you don't need JavaScript to make that thing work. So if you just have like a regular static HTML with some CSS page, no JavaScript, or if the person's browser for a reason can't run JavaScript, this will still work, which is pretty dope. But yeah, so now they have animate to auto and more, but this is not available. It's only in Chrome, so I'm kind of like leaving that. I'm not really looking into that. The calc size is pretty cool too, but again, it's not really. Once it gets to all of them like this, then I'll start to like, oh, I'm going to put this in a project. Format durations in JavaScript. So providing a method for formatting durations, for example, 1 hour, 40 minutes, 30 seconds that support multiple locales, because different like places like list their times differently. So that's pretty cool. This I want to talk about in a in the next cipher. This is pretty cool too. So I'm going to look into that. So this is the Web Codecs API. So giving web developers low-level access to the individual frames of a video stream and chunks of audio. The new interface includes video encoder, video decoder, encoded video chunk, video frame, which is pretty cool. So like that's every frame of the video, and video color space. And then also the audio, I think. I'm not sure why I didn't say, but okay. This API doesn't quite make baseline newly available as it is not yet supported in Firefox Android. However, there is Firefox nightly support for Android, so it's kind of getting there. You know what I'm saying? So cool. Then there's CSS style queries for custom properties, not supported in Firefox as of yet, but that's pretty cool. So the style queries provide a way to create reusable styles and apply them as a group. It's pretty dope. Then same view transitions. We spoke about this before, like the multi-page view transitions. That's a thing across all browsers, if I remember correctly, because I've been using it in different sites. But this is like if you have a single page app, transitioning between those, looks like Firefox doesn't support it yet. And they talk about some beta stuff, beta browser releases. Cool. Now, want to talk about, I'm going to add a link to this as well. I'm just going to show you a quick demo of that details. So if anybody's ever had to like create an accordion, you know that this is pretty big deal. Add this, save this, switch to this tab. All right, cool. So here it is right here, the multiple named disclosure boxes. And so we include several details boxes, all with the same name, so you can be open at one time. So only one can be open at one time. Let me double check something. Yeah, so even here, like on this website's homepage, untilit.works, you see I have these things here, right? So it's just like little drop downs here, like different questions and stuff. But I didn't have it to where only one would be open at a time. You know what I'm saying? Then if I wanted it to be one open at a time, I can do what I'm gonna show you now. And then see, like I have this one here. So you know what I'm saying? I don't know, it all depends on kind of like your preference. You know what I'm saying? Some people may want it all to be opened at once. You know what I mean? Or, some people may want it to can only have one open at a time. It's all preference. But this is just kind of like an example that here on this site where I've used it. You know what I mean? And so it's a cool way of being able to have a lot of information, but take up little space as possible. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty cool. All right. So the same way I have all like these are all detailed elements, right? If I were to just add a name to each one of these, so just like how this has detail Rex, name Rex, details name Rex, same thing here. Now what you get is this. So if this one is open, because you can say which one you want. I think I was playing around with this earlier, but like all three weren't open. If you want to show one that is open already, you just put an open tag on it and it'll show up opened. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, again, no JavaScript. It's just all HTML. All right, so cool. So now let's say I want to see graduation requirements. Bam. Well, then let's say I want to see system requirements. The graduation one closes, so then the system requirements open. And then the same thing with the job requirements. All with just being able to have the same name on all the different details. That is super cool to me. Like, I think it's even cooler because, like, knowing the work you'd have to do in JavaScript to make this work, to have it become just now all these having the same name and it just works out the box without JavaScript. This is like an example of like how I think like the web is pretty dope and always getting better. You know what I mean? So it's taking things that it sees that like, oh, okay, we could probably implement that. So you may not need JavaScript to do it. So it just loads faster. You know what I'm saying? And you can get to what you wanted, the functionality that you want as quick as possible. And that's pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? So using like less resources and everything, like that's kind of amazing to me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then it kind of goes into how you can like customize the appearance and everything. But so yeah, because going back to here, I think looking back, I mean, it'd be cool, I guess, if you just had like it open in one space, because if I open all three of them, then the page like has to scroll up and down. Whereas if it was just one of them open, then you don't have that, right? So that could be another consideration. You don't want your page to scroll. And so, but yeah, that's so. And if I just want to like add that, I just put the same name. So I could put like the same name work, because this is for like the work sessions. You know what I'm saying? And then that's it. I don't have to do anything with any JavaScript or anything else. You know what I mean? So that I think that's pretty dope. And so yeah, because for this also, when you have a bunch of them, see it gets. So now, you know, the scrolling, and that may not be what you want to show up, right? And so, yeah, you know what? Well, we'll see. Maybe I'll add it to this. I don't know, because now it's across like all the major browsers. So maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Without require me going back into the code and doing all this stuff. We'll see. I'm remaking the site anyway at some point, so I'll definitely add it then. But yeah, cool. That's pretty much all I wanted to show. Is that, you know, you can now do exclusive accordions with the name attribute for the details tag, which again, I think is kind of amazing. So yeah, so shouts to all the browsers and everybody putting in the work into this to making that happen. All right, cool. Let me get y'all back to work. Let me know if you think this is as cool as I think it is. I mean, I don't know. I'm a different kind of person, so who knows? All right, let me get y'all back to work. Let's send y'all off with some traveling music, because I want to actually start deploying this proof of concept to see if this thing will work, and that'll give me a good like understanding of what I need to do following that. So, all right, cool. Thanks again for hanging out. About to hear some music on your way out from Anthony Cruz, aka A Butter. The track is called Thank You. Thanks for hanging out. See you 15 minutes after the hour. Till then, I wish you much productivity. All right, y'all be easy, and thanks. Peace.
I wanna say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I wanna say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and I feel like hell. And everybody says hell. We spread love like hell. I wanna say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I wanna say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and I feel like hell. And everybody says hell. We spread love like